So I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, and then I guess about a year ago I moved out to Los Angeles to attend graduate school at Art Center College of Design. So while I've been there, I've been able to produce many of the pieces that are in my booth today. And I guess a lot of my work kind of revolves around this idea of balancing like a technically refined look, but still maintaining like a lighthearted simplicity and playful aesthetic.
Do you use some special technology to create those, or?
Yeah. So the table over here, I use a CNC mill to mill out aluminum, and the idea behind that is to really just let the machine do the work. The piece, there's no like hand finishing done on it. It's just straight off the machine. With that piece, I really wanted to like focus on the process and really play that up and see the beauty in the actual making. Another one of my pieces uses a digital printing technique on glass. So with that piece, I really wanted to like kind of challenge this notion of material and in a playful way.
How would you say, what is the main thing about the American design right now?
The main thing? Well, I think what's great about American design is it draws kind of from everywhere. I feel like there's not really one look or like one trend, I guess, that always you can see throughout everyone's work. I think even with the designers here, everyone's booths look amazing, but they're all like special in their own way. Yeah, so I think like that's the great thing about American design. It's very open to.
I'm a designer and a fabricator. I started as a sculptor, and then I started to move into furniture because I wanted to create things with utility. But I think that, as I've been doing furniture, I've found this sort of niche collectible market that has been liberating for me furniture-wise, because you essentially can do anything, and it's a more creative approach to furniture, I think.
How different is the taste in the suburbs of US and in the big cities? How do you see?
It is hugely different. When I show some of my friends from my hometown my work, it's often looks of confusion, I think. It's very different. I think that the suburban areas are much more...
Well, the taste for those things, being from the small town yourself.
I moved to Chicago for school, and I started with sculpture, and just needed a way to do that, but make money doing it too. Like it's a little bit harder to sell sculpture, but furniture you can make a little bit of an easier living.
Okay, so let's speak a little bit about the objects that you show here.
Okay. These pieces, all the gray pieces, are made of cement, actually. I figured out a way to kind of use it as a ceramic material almost. And then this one is burned wood with a lacquer on it. And then these are, this is a painting assemblage. But when I was in school, a lot of my friends were painters, and I loved the canvases that they would work on, the stretch of it, the frame, the roughness of the canvas, like around the folds and around the back. And I just became completely enamored by canvases, and so I started doing these because I just needed to make something out of it, and I'm not a good painter, so I had to express it in a different way.
My name is Ben Blimstein, and my partner in Green River Project is Aaron Auila, and we were artists for about 10 years, and we shared a studio together, and then about 2 years ago we started collaborating and making furniture together and doing interior projects together, and this is some of the things we make.
What is it special about? What can you tell about the objects that you show here?
We make 4 collections a year. Each collection is based off of a narrative. So here there's examples from a few different collections. These 3 pieces actually are from the 3rd collection of 2018, which is based off of my partner's Indian heritage. A piece from the 1st collection we ever did, this is called the One Pine Board Chair. This is basically the first piece of furniture that Green River Project made, and then these are from more recent collections, modernist houses in Cape Cod that were being built in Cape Cod, Massachusetts in the 50s.
I come from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a designer and maker, and this is my company, Herald.
What is it special about?
We try to do timeless design, but with very high craft, especially in our wood products.
And as you're mentioning this, what makes a piece a lifetime design?
I think not following trends too closely, but trying to hit an overall aesthetic that will last longer than current trends, and using materials that are known to be beautiful and rich for many, many years. Date back to historic pieces of art and design.
So speaking about materials, you use obviously wood. What else do you use?
We use a mix of leather and marble and also brass.
What about like new materials, new technologies and so on? You don't like that?
No, we don't use that too much. Sometimes for prototyping sake, we will 3D print some things just to get it in scale. Our new wine opener, I actually 3D printed to get...
3D printed?
3D printed to get, well, originally, but then I got it cast in brass. So use a little bit of technology to get the actual physical object, but then move back to a more traditional sense of manufacturing to then produce it in brass. It's a mix, yeah. You know, use the tools, but not rely on them too heavily.
Sure. We come from New York, from Brooklyn. We're cousins. Our mothers are sisters, so we have started a family business, and we are trained in architecture and interior design and have started doing furniture about 2 years ago, focusing on metal and material finishes. This is the wave table. So it's a coffee table made from 2 pieces of metal. The metal starts off flat, very simple piece of sheet metal, and then it gets rolled into different forms depending on the scale of the table. And then we use a torch, we use fire to change the finish. So you can see on the bottom here, the gold color, the blues, the purple, all of that comes out in the fire depending on how hot the material gets. So a very, very simple design, but as you move around it, it changes, the color changes, and the form changes.
Each piece is kind of unique.
Each piece is very unique.
Production.
The mobile is part of the Cascade series, and this one really explores just sort of pure geometric forms. So looking at circles, half circles, rings, and then the arcs of the arms. So really sort of reduced, very minimal objects or forms, and then expressive qualities in the different material finishes. So this is a pink patina, the verdigris patina, mirror polished stainless steel, bronze, blackened steel. So really playing with the colors that you can get through different processes. We kind of compress the process of patina, but really exploring material finish. So all of this is really about the surface and how to manipulate and change the surface. Is part of the slip series, so basically simple frame, but then the mirror itself is slipping out of the frame. And this patina is the bronze, and then there's a gradient going into the pink.
Through the time, does it change the color or?
No, because we seal it, but it could. If we left it unsealed, then yes, it would change over time. So some of our pieces we leave unsealed sometimes to change, but most people don't want it to change. Most people say, oh, it's different, it changed, it's not what I bought. So some people it depends on the client. A shelving system, and this is part of our thin series. So similar to this piece where it was the one continuous piece of metal. So again, one piece of sheet metal that gets folded and bent, just kind of creating a very thin line across the wall. Very, very minimal, almost like it's floating off the wall or very delicately leaning on the wall. And then the shelves use the same finish as the legs on the coffee table, so using a flame to change them color. So basically this is stainless steel, and then with the flame it brings out more gold or more purple.
Thing to be able to use your whole body. You know, you can use your body and your hands to be creating something and your brain as well. It's a really satisfying way to live.
Majored in furniture design at RISD, Rhode Island School of Design. Graduated a while ago, 2011. One of my last pieces of my senior thesis project was a lighting prototype that was a precursor to Stella Triangle in January 2015. So this is our 5th year. And yeah, I'm showing a variety of works that we produce in our Brooklyn studio. It truly, truly is just a beginning. I feel like we finally have hit our stride, and we are, you know, trying to continue to add more to our collection. I think, well, the taste, I think our clients are people who appreciate things that are a little bit off the beaten path, a little bit more whimsical. Definitely sculptural is a word that I like to use. I think working with Triode really has opened up doors into the global market. I've also shown this piece in Milan.
Do you find the taste of Americans different to the taste of Europeans per se?
I think that honestly, I think Americans can be a little bit more conservative. And lighting is, you know, when you install lighting, the intention is to have it be in place for, you know, a pretty semi-permanent to semi-permanent. And I find that European markets, I feel like they take more risks. They're more appreciate, you know, the louder pieces like a rainbow or, you know, the patina as well. Well, design is a lot about problem solving, and I think that in our world, it is coming up with a concept, but then taking it and solving a series of problems to get to the final finished product. And I think that that is the exciting part about being in design.